Testing. Mustard, lettuce, ketchup.
There's a burger going on.
Burger. Okay.
I'm on the mustard. In the lettuce, just
You're
approaching
lettuce.
the mustard. Mustard, Keena's mustard. Colonel Mustard. Are we there? Anybody want some mustard? What did the mom tomato say to the little tomato?
Oh, Jesus.
Lagging behind.
Come on, ketchup.
Yeah.
Hurry up, ketchup.
Hurry up.
I like when I can figure them out.
I know, me too.
Okay,
Well,
here we go.
welcome to.
No. No. Oh my God, we're getting sued. Hello. Welcome back to Tea and Toasties. I'm one of your hosts, Sabrina.
And I'm Rich.
Welcome to episode 6.
Six in the mix. Are you going to have a slurp of that coffee?
Off mic.
Off mic
preferably.
slurp.
Great start already for the listeners.
That is it. We are Tea and Toasties and we're drinking coffee.
Yep. You got your, what's that mug there you got?
I do. I have. Look at this. I have a branded Tea and Toasties hand painted, no less, tea cup.
Wow, where'd you get that?
Where did I get this? It's quite amazing. This is a unique, one of a kind.
One of one.
We'll have to get a picture of this and show it on the Insta.
Yeah, guys, if you're not following that Instagram, you're missing out.
On all the photos.
At Tea and Toasties Pod. We post every week when the episode drops with BTS photos, some context photos.
Exactly. From each episode.
Yeah.
You got to give the little story about the cup.
Yeah. So our office, our huge office of so many employees, the four of us, had a Secret Santa this year, or last year, I guess.
Yep.
Rich was my Secret Santa. I was his.
Yep.
It was right before the pod dropped, so TNT was on the brain, and I went out and got a mug, got some paint, and I hand painted a Tea and Toasties mug for Rich, and I gotta say, it's damn cute. I like it.
You slayed that. I was very touched. That was such a sweet gift. I mean, look at all the time and effort that's gone into that.
A lot.
You know, hand painted, guys.
Hand painted, y'all.
And right down the bottom, when I get to finish, there's some. Oh no, it's down the bottom on the other side.
Yeah, so other people
you'll
can see it. Yeah, so when he lifts the mug up on the bottom, it says because Rich loves that. Just like that, exactly.
There, just playing that one out.
So,
who doesn't do that when they have their first sip of coffee, eh?
Me.
Oh, you don't?
In my head, I do it.
All
I
right,
think. In my insides, my soul is like, yes.
Everything feels good in the world.
Oh yeah.
So, sup,
dude. Not much.
Not
much.
I
saw you yesterday.
Saw you yesterday, yeah, we're at work. Before that, I don't think we'd seen each other since, Wednesday?
Yeah, you had a big weekend, I hear.
Well, it was a good few days of this, that and the other. So Wednesday, you left for the day, and then JB and I, we had something fun on the calendar scheduled.
Wow.
Yep. For Christmas, I got us some dancing lessons.
Oh, right.
You know?
Yes, forgot about the Christmas lessons.
You forgot about the salsa.
I did. Or the Christmas lessons. The salsa lessons.
Christmas lessons. Is it salsa or salsa?
Salsa.
Does it matter?
Ooh. I mean, I think it's salsa.
It is salsa?
Who says salsa?
I don't know. Who says that?
Is that a British thing?
No, I think I just made that up.
No, I've heard that.
Well, salsa. We went to the class. It was over at the college. And, dude, I was nervous.
Uh-huh.
Because, dancing, unless I've had a few.
I was going to say, it's your favorite activity, I thought.
Right. But it can be. But this is structured. There's, you got to learn the moves.
Yeah.
It's not just
hear
the music and away you go and your body starts doing its thing.
Mm-hmm. But you like
a
more improv.
I like an improv shake, yes.
Improv shake. Interesting.
Yes.
I'm more structure for sure.
Or even when you're out.
Yeah, I can't do much. I don't have many moves off the top of my head.
So
I think I've just been conditioned that way.
you
Competitive.
don't have any moves?
No moves. I have the same move.
No pre-programmed moves?
No.
Just one move?
One move.
What is the move?
I don't know. It's not really a move. It's just, I'm just dancing.
All right.
I think just growing up competitive dancing, it was burned into my brain, choreography. Wait, someone tell me what to do.
Right.
I can follow step.
That's the bit I struggle with.
Yeah.
To follow, this is the step, this is the step.
Yeah.
Then I've got to put that into the brain, and then the body's got to work with the information it's given. The brain and the body are not working in sync.
So did you get into a lot on the first class?
Amazing, right? So first class, very low expectations for myself. Jonette is, she's got rhythm. She's a great dancer. She does her set moves too.
Yeah.
I think everyone does, right? But, when we dance together, Jonette will lead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I don't know the moves, right? Mm-hmm. So she's very much, she's doing, like, I guess, the female part, but she's leading. So we went there, and there was way more people than I was hoping.
Oh, yeah.
But you want a nice...
a balance.
A nice, Goldilocks. You don't want too many, you don't want too few, because I didn't want to stand out.
Right.
But I wanted to blend in, but I didn't want, too many people so I couldn't move.
Yeah.
But it was good. We turned up. She...
Turned up. At the salsa lesson. We went crazy.
Yeah. I think it was a beginner's class. Mm-hmm. So nobody really knew anything, which was great. You could see one or two had done some dance before. Uh-huh. But we were stood at the back, and I was like loving that, because then, no eyeballs.
Yeah.
And she did some moves, the teacher, basic steps with some hip shaking, just to try.
Gotta have that.
But it was good, like going in there quite nervous, but excited, knowing nothing. And then after 1 hour, we both went away and we knew some moves. We were dancing.
Sweet. Have you been practicing?
No, but we want to, because tomorrow is the next lesson, and we don't want to show up and be bad students. I was going to say, you're going to
forget everything.
Yes, I know. But what happened on the night, because, we want to do it so we can be out and about and just break into some dance together, right?
Yeah.
Well, we started off together, but then, I don't know, 5-10 minutes in, she goes, okay, now everybody move around.
No,
go around
switch partners.
Switch it up.
I would have to run out of the class, I think.
Well, I was getting super sweaty at that point, I was like, uh-oh. So at first I was like, oh my God, how's this going to work?
Yeah.
But luckily, the first person I was with, she knew about as much as me. So
sweet.
Yeah, we just helped each other through it. It was good. And then we did a dance with the new partners, and then we went around again and again and again. And then I ended up with the teacher.
Oh.
She taught me the spin. So we went through it very, very basic.
Wow, it sounds like you guys did a lot.
We did
already
a lot.
On the first class. How many classes are total?
There's 6, I think.
Dang.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Who knows what you'll be doing then?
Who knows? Like spins, twiddles, steps. Who knows? Bit of freestyle in there.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
Outside the comfort zone, but hey, that's where good things can happen.
Yeah.
So that was that. That was Wednesday. That's a week ago.
Is today Wednesday? Tuesday.
Well, yeah, it's more or less. More or less.
Well, I got confused. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What's happened to the week?
No. Time's flying.
We're
already in Feb. It's like someone, I don't know, it's like, when you listen to Audible book and
2 times speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what we're on. It's someone's picked up the remote control of the Earth. Uh-huh. And they've gone into settings and they're speeding up the Earth 2 times. Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's doing that with us right now.
That's what it feels like.
You should start talking extra fast. Freak them out. So that was just Wednesday.
Yes. Then we went out, met some friends Thursday, and then we met Jonette's boss Saturday, and then we went out for a 50th birthday event Sunday.
Sheesh.
Yeah, going for it. But yeah, it was all good fun. Oh, excuse me. Coffee went down the wrong pipe.
Uh-oh.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
So you did all those things.
Yeah.
Anything else? I don't have anything to contribute.
No.
From the weekend.
That's fine.
I mean, you did all the activity for the both of us. I did editing pretty much all day or evening on Friday, which was fine. Nice chill Friday in. And then Saturday morning, did some more editing. And then Saturday night, my mom had a dip party.
Oh, like the tobacco?
Yeah, we were all had our jugs spitting in there.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was good fun.
What flavor do you like?
Wintergreen.
Wintergreen.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
I don't know. That's like the stuff you rub on yourself, that sort of stuff that stinks, right? Warms your legs up and stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
No?
I don't know what the hell that is. But no, it was edible dips.
Edible dips.
Not tobacco.
Salsa?
Disgusting. Yeah. Oh, salsa. There was no salsa. It was, my mom was calling it hot girls, hot dips.
Oh.
So it was a few of us hot girls there.
Yeah.
A couple of her friends and I.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone brought a different hot dip.
What did you take?
I brought myself.
As the hot dip?
Anything. Yeah, I guess so.
You didn't take anything?
I didn't. Well, I didn't know if I was going until like the day before kind of deal. Not the day before, but we had gone grocery shopping a few days prior. And I just really couldn't be bothered to go back to the store and think of something to make. Also, I knew all the free time on Saturday before the party, I wanted to be editing. So I didn't have as much to do on Sunday.
On the brain.
I know. It's kind of all I'm thinking about now. No time for dips, only edits. But also I got there and there were plenty. They didn't notice my empty
lack
hands.
of dip.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Just a good girls' night.
Yeah. And I hadn't
good.
seen my mom since like Christmas.
Kidding me.
I know. All her friends were stunned to hear this.
Yeah, right.
Usually we're attached at the hip.
Yeah.
Since moving.
Yeah, but you guys speak on the phone like daily, right?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's different face to face.
It's different. It's not the same.
Yeah. So you had a lot of catch up?
Yeah.
What were the drinks?
Just wine.
Just like white wine?
Various wine. I had a Miller Lite or two. And then they're like, oh, look at you. You're so classy. Because I came in with a case of Miller Lite.
Right.
And then I saw all the various wines and I switched gears.
You switched gears. What does the Miller pair with in terms of dip?
Oof. Probably like a buffalo dip.
Yeah.
But I don't like a
I think you're
buffalo
right.
dip.
Oh, you don't like it? Buffalo chicken?
I don't know. The buffalo flavor in general, do not like spicy foods. And the buffalo is one of the worst.
Yeah.
It's just like what is that flavor even?
It's fake flavor.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Weird, artificial, hot.
Not sure what that is.
The color alone puts me off.
Orange, right?
It's like, back to that.
Hey,
it's like red 40.
Red 40.
It's like that.
So dips, gossip.
Yep.
Can you divulge any of that? Any good stuff?
Oof.
Spill that tea.
Man, it's not even my tea to spill. I had nothing really to bring to the table except good stuff. You know, they were asking me about the podcast. They were asking me about Aaron because some of them hadn't met him, but they knew I was seeing someone.
Right.
Nothing juicy there, just, all good things in my life. But, there's nothing like some middle-aged woman drama.
I know, right?
It's so
Have
fun.
they got a lot?
Especially when it's not yours. You're just like, ooh, girl, tell me more.
Not too attached. And before you know it, it's on a podcast going out to 47 people. How long does it take for girl gossip to spread? Is it like
It's like telepathically.
Is it?
It's instant.
Instant?
We just know. We can feel it.
The energy.
In the air. Yeah. It's just that
it's
gut feeling. I'm sure
instinct.
guys also have it. But typically it's like, there's girls who, you never go through the phone. That's a...
What do you mean go through the phone? Oh, don't go through your partner's phone.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. And so you avoid doing that. It's just a weird thing. Breach of trust. Even if you're not hiding anything. To me, it feels like you're looking through someone's journal.
Yeah,
diary.
never
it's
read
just
a
weird
diary or journal. Geez.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think it's just like if you're doing that, something's up.
Right. Then you've got, if you're going through the phone, then you've already got an
reason.
instinct. Yeah. You're feeling something.
Usually you don't look through the phone and then girls will say like, I don't know, just one day I just had a gut thing telling me to go in the phone.
Oh, spidey senses were tingling
and
kind of
then
thing.
they go in the phone and something's there from recently.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and they're like, what the hell? They find something out.
Ah.
And it's like, it's a weird spidey sense.
That is good to have.
I know.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That would save years of...
Unless you're wrong.
Well, then what happens?
God, then you would feel bad.
Yeah. Would you then admit? Would you say, I've been through your phone, sorry?
I don't know. I had to put myself... I've never been in that situation. I've only looked through the phone successfully. Like, found something out and then...
so you had the spidey sense
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
This was years ago, like high school. We're talking.
Yeah.
I think I was actually really dramatic. He was in the shower. I went through the phone and I used my phone to take pictures of his phone screen.
Good one.
You know, so no evidence of screenshots, no evidence of sending me anything. And
so you're like a spy.
Oh yeah, and I did it so quick. He was still in the shower. I wrote a note, scribbled a note, and I crumpled it up and I threw it right at the outside of the bathroom door. And I left his house.
Yeah.
I bolted. I was running up that street so fast. No car, nowhere to go. I was just going to run on the street, I guess, you know, living my rom-com fantasy dramatic moment. And he comes running out after me, like in a towel, hair wet, not too long later. And he's like, come back. I'm so sorry. Like yelling. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you didn't.
We dated for years after that.
Was that one of those flags, those red flags that you were talking about?
Yeah, so if you find something in the phone, fucking leave right then and there because it will happen again multiple times. Oh, no.
But you can only find that shit out as you go along, right?
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I look back, my little 16-year-old self, it's almost like, you know, that's not me. It is, but I'm like, oh, that poor girl. She needed those lessons.
What would you tell that 16-year-old now?
Back to what we've said before, kind of nothing. I don't want anything to change, right? Because here I am. Mm-hmm. But I would say, or maybe to other 16-year-olds, right? Younger people, speak up. Don't make yourself small. Don't be afraid to be confident and stand on what you believe. Yes. And your boundaries.
Yeah. That's great.
Basically. It's a big one.
And go through the phone if you got the tingly thing.
Go through the phone. No, don't go through the phone.
Or find a journal.
Nowadays, if you're feeling something,
communicate.
Just, bring it up. Hey, I'm feeling this kind of way. But I think, you know, if you've been burned in the past, people assume they're going to lie about it. But I would just say, just talk to them.
Talk.
Any ways.
Well, how'd you get there? You took us there.
I took us. We're talking about the girl drama.
Yeah,
from the dip night.
Dip night. Any more to report on the dip night?
No, that's really all. It was great to see my mom. I know she's listening. Hello, Mom.
You think she is?
Of course she is. I know she is.
I know she is.
She's the first one pushing play on this episode today.
You like her Mondays, right?
Oh, yeah. That was sweet.
It's good for her.
Oh, yeah. I would love that. If Gertie had a podcast, I'd be listening to that whole thing. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
She needs one. Well, she's kind of like, she comes in here and...
The whole pod would just be talking shit about me, though, I think.
Oh.
My mom is so annoying.
Oh.
She never feeds me. So, what's on the docket otherwise today?
Today, well, I was kind of going to get into social battery. You know, how when you go out and you're meeting different types of people or even people you've not met before, and that can take its toll depending on what sort of person you are. Yeah. For me, I don't like to show up unless I'm feeling 100%. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get out of that zone, especially once you're already there. Yeah. If you're not in it before you go and then you show up and it's like draining while also you're trying to catch up and it's like, oh,
exactly.
God.
Yeah. If I can't give my all, you know, in a social situation, then I get in my head a little bit and I'm kind of like, ooh, I'm only at 80%. So I kind of feel like my brain isn't braining so well and I'm not, you know, I don't know. I get a little social anxiety with that.
Interesting.
Just, you know, socially. That's why I'll pick and choose where I'll go, what I'll do. Yeah. If I know I'm going to something, you know, 2 days later, then I won't do that one. I just can't do that. Can't do it all. Yeah. Because if then I show up on the last one and I'm down to 25%, I mean, Jesus, you might as well not be there.
Yeah. It's interesting that the not being socially up is what gives you the anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah, because I've found for me, whenever I get socially drained, I just get out of there.
Oh, you just...
Instead of trying to stop it, I just am like, okay, I'm done here.
Irish goodbye.
Just let everyone know, or
Later.
I gotta go. I'm drained.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And it's like, okay, I get it.
No FOMO involved.
When you're feeling like that socially drained, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, put yourself there. You're like, oh, yeah, sinking feeling.
Exactly.
You're like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't go.
Yeah. But have you had the one on the other side where you think, oh, I'm not feeling at my max. I shouldn't go. But then you end up going and you end up having a fucking superb time.
Yeah. Yeah, that does happen. That's more so maybe not socialed out, but just, I'm liking just being in my comfy clothes at home.
Okay.
And then you go out and you're like, oh no, I'm glad I came. This was fun.
Yeah.
But if you're just in like but sometimes if you're in a sour mood, going out, that can be uplifting.
Yeah, just being like connecting with your friends or meeting new people, that can give you a boost. It's like, oh, I'm so glad I did come out.
Yeah. So would you say you're that's an introvert?
Am I? Well, I used to be a huge introvert.
Yeah.
Big time. Well, hang on, I have flip-flopped.
Yeah.
And now I think I'm finding at my age now a nice, I don't give a fuck balance.
What's that one called? There's the one in the middle. It's called something. Omnivert?
Yeah, always vert.
Always vert.
I'm verting. Yeah, what's the middle one?
I think it's omnivert, like omnivore.
Yeah.
I could be making this up.
You might be, but it sounds great to me. I'm going to run with it.
All right.
But as a kid, if I'm thinking back, I was, a lively sort. I was very outgoing, had a lot of, little kid friends and had a gang and,
Also, when you're a kid, what the hell? I mean,
you don't care, right?
You're not doing anything.
No, that's true. And then teenage years were rough.
Yeah, come on.
Rough. Yeah.
That's when everyone gets in their head.
I got in my head, yeah. Yeah, I think I got to a point now in my life, I think a lot of plus 50s say that this is the decade where you don't give a fuck anymore,
Yeah.
You've more or less settled into the person you are.
Yeah.
You've perhaps been through some introvert phases, some extrovert, and now I'm kind of like doing the omni.
Yeah. And you spent so much time caring already.
You don't care anymore.
I don't have room to care.
Exactly. In your 20s, 30s even, you're going through that, you give too much of a shit perhaps, worried what people think of you. For me, I think I needed, first of all, I went traveling. That was huge for me.
Right.
That developed myself, my personality. And
you're forced to be kind of outgoing when you're
big time. You got to be more so, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I was a bit reserved before that. But the thing that really forced me out of my comfort zone and out of that kind of reserved, being an introvert was becoming a teacher, English teacher.
Yeah. That's it right there. Standing in front of people.
That did it. Threw myself in. It was probably the best thing I had done for my personality, I think.
Yeah, how do you feel about this podcast?
This is taken...
a version of that?
It's a version of that for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's very much confidence boosting.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I think it's that, but you have the luxury of not doing it live or in front of people.
Right.
Sure, it's getting blasted out to people to listen.
Yeah.
In the moment, though, you can forget that almost.
Oh,
while we're recording, it's like they're not here standing, watching.
I'm not considering it.
Yeah. And then I haven't listened to the previous two.
Oh.
I'm out of that.
You're not listening to your own pod?
No, I can't. I find I can't. I don't know.
Because you're doing the editing.
And then I'm thinking, I find myself thinking too much about what other people are thinking while I'm listening to it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, it's fine. It's done. It's out there. Said what was said.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm back to that I don't give a shit mode.
Yeah.
Because I really don't care what people are thinking. Yes, it's kind of, it's like a therapy almost for me to get it out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all about balance, right? I think we can touch on that a bit more, the work-life balance that we talked about last episode, how important that is. And we've said before, it's not just work versus life. Everything is your life. How do you find that perfect balance?
How do you find that perfect balance?
Especially for you. I'm curious to know, because you work at home. Mm-hmm. The business is in your house.
Yeah.
So when you decide not to go out, it's kind of like you're staying at work. Am I staying at home?
Yeah.
You're like severance. Never fully severed. You're just always at work. Constantly.
Yeah. If I do step outside the house, maybe I should be severed at that point.
Yeah. Because, I mean, be honest, when you stay home from going out, maybe JB goes out without you. Are you dipping into work a little bit on a Saturday night?
I you know me.
Is that a yes?
Yes. I mean, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to have a bit more of a balance.
Yeah.
But it's so difficult. Like you say, if the computer's on, it's always on.
Yeah.
And I dip in and I'm like, I just do that. And before you know it, 2-3 hours are gone and I've tucked into another task.
But you do like it, right?
The work?
Yeah.
Love the work.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Love it.
Then that's fine, I think.
Love the work.
Also, we've said before, it's kind of hard to just turn our job off because people are always there. We're not a business that can put an open and close sign on the door.
Yeah.
It's constant. And I've said to you before, though, if someone is messaging, freaking out on a Saturday night at 9:00, let them be.
I know.
Because they need to realize that we're not robots working around the clock. We're real people. It's Saturday at 9. I've told customers before, they'll be freaking out all weekend and I'll come in on Monday and see messages, 10 messages they've sent. Hello, did you get my message? And I'll respond and say like, hi, yes, we typically work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Just because we're not a normal business doesn't mean we don't operate
right.
the same as everyone else.
You wouldn't
deserve a day off, just
exactly,
like you do.
At least one. You wouldn't expect a response from any other normal company.
I mean, imagine
over the weekend,
walking up
would you?
to like a store that's closed and just banging on the door until Monday morning, and then when someone arrives, say, "What the hell? Where were you?"
Exactly.
That's exactly what's happening.
I wanted you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because we're online doesn't mean we're available 24/7.
No.
I mean, I do try.
Yeah.
Especially over the weekend, I will.
But then I think it's a good thing. But we also spoiled these people.
Yeah, expectations have been risen. Yeah,
they expect it, and especially when you do it a couple times, or you do it once, then someone leaves a review about it.
Oh yeah.
Then someone new reads that review.
Yeah.
They expect an instant response.
Yeah, it's true. But back to balance, I'm definitely trying.
Yeah,
I'd love to get better. I mean, but because of the, the bingo card we mentioned, there's things on there I want to get done, things I want to get into, new hobbies, learn new things. I've got Spanish, which is on the go. I've got guitar, which is on the go. Now I've got these salsa classes. So there's so many things I want to get into. So it's something, you've got to sacrifice somewhere.
Yeah.
But I feel I'm guilty of perhaps sacrificing too much of my non-work life.
Definitely.
My severed life.
You're outie.
Yes.
I agree. I don't want you to get too bogged. It's like you're doing this thing where instead of, you can't get the balance just on your own. So you need to cram your life full of other things. So you have no choice but to spend more time doing these things that you've promised yourself you're going to do. It's a good hack.
Yeah.
It's a good hack.
It's a cheat code.
It is a cheat code. I don't want you to not give up any of the work and take on all the new stuff too. Then you'll just be like
burnout.
Doing double. Burnout.
I know.
Yes.
Big burnout
You'll be
time.
burnt out.
So there you've got to, the work is so important because, it's our livelihood. There's responsibilities.
Yeah.
I'm one of those who feel that you get out what you put in.
Yeah.
So I feel that extra pressure to always be on, to be doing, to be creating, to be thinking about it. But hey, I love it. I enjoy it.
Exactly.
What's the secret there then? What is the secret sauce?
I think the secret sauce is what you've done, to be honest, because you don't have much balance, but I think your life is balanced because you enjoy the work.
Yeah, but also that I feel that I'm missing out on some other things that I could equally have as much passion for.
Really? Like what?
Well,
salsa dancing?
I mean, that's a real nice, extra part.
Yeah.
Something else to do. But I've always wanted to learn Spanish and be conversational.
Oh.
I've always wanted to. I mean, this has been going on for 20, 30 years.
That's a lot. That's a lot of time and effort there.
Yeah. And to learn the guitar. That's another 30 years, something that's been in the making.
So in your life, in your day-to-day, what would that look like if you introduce those two things? What would shift around?
Probably I would finish work a little bit earlier, then step away, probably more like 5 o'clock in the afternoon rather than 6, half 6, 7.
Yeah.
And then probably from 5 till 7, I would then build in some of those extra things I want to do. Which would include, and then how do you do it? Like Spanish, guitar, fitness.
It's so much.
So much.
Yeah. It is. I mean, because learning things, especially brand new things like that do take a lot of brain power. I don't know if it's possible to do both at the same time.
Yeah, I know. And is your brain at its best at 5 p.m.?
Right.
When you want to get into learning some Spanish?
Sometimes.
Yours is.
Mine is. It's a good and a bad thing. You have to have things to look forward to after work.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you don't have a concrete after work. It's just, it's like a slow fade out every day.
Yes.
I think you need more of this is because, I have the luxury of, okay, I'm going home.
True.
I'm packing up the laptop and I'm going home.
You're popping in the car.
Yeah, driving.
Yeah.
And then when I get home, I'm not thinking, let me open the computer back up.
Yeah.
It's like, no, work is done.
Yeah.
So then I have the brain of like, okay, I can do other things. If that means just chilling, then that's just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch gears and edit.
You need that.
Yeah, you do need that off.
So that ride home, that drive home for you, your car is like your severed elevator.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes a long ass
elevator ride, 2 hours.
Yeah, I can arrive home a different person.
Yeah, the thing is, if you're not finding that Goldilocks level of work and life, to not think of work as just turn up and I can't wait to get through this and get to my home life, and we've talked about that numerous times actually.
That is what I was saying a minute ago about how I have that thought. Something to look forward to when you get home.
Yeah.
It can be good, but it can also be bad because then it can bleed into while you're at work. That mindset. You can be almost, I got to get through this so I can get to my thing.
Yeah.
My after work.
Yeah.
It's good to have it, but also kind of bad to have it because then you are thinking of it as work versus life.
Right.
It's just a weird thing, isn't it?
It is.
Just weird. There's no rules. Everyone fucking feels it. It's the system we've set up. You have to work. Everyone has to work.
Could you not work?
That's the other side too, though. You kind of need the work, right? To give your life some
purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Retirees seem to be pretty happy though.
They do, don't they? Yeah. As long as you're able to do the things.
I just think like if you have the hobbies, like if you didn't have work, but you had all these things you wanted to do, the guitar, the Spanish, you can spend your time and energy doing those things.
Yeah. Reading.
Instead of the work.
So we're working what? To pay the bills.
Yeah.
Do the things, do the grind.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Working to make money so you can live.
So what? Remove the money.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
That was a question we had in the teapot that we cut.
Yeah, we did.
Because I did not want to get into it. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like.
Scary. How do we...
We don't. That's why.
So there's always money.
I think it has to. There has to be some kind of structure. It would be chaos, wouldn't it?
Some kind of currency.
Yeah. I mean, because back before it was dollar bills and coins, it was...
Shells and peanuts.
Yeah, I'll give you 6 lemons for 5 potatoes.
Yeah, a bit of trading.
Yeah, trading. Because then what, there'd be it'd be an imbalance. Someone's doing nothing while someone's doing everything. You know what I mean? If I was the person that was growing the potatoes and someone else was just getting the potatoes, what's going on there?
What is going on?
And then they do
with
nothing.
the
Everyone
potatoes?
just gives them something. This is why I can't.
No.
It's
a biggie.
Oh God, it's so involved.
Yeah.
And then I said in the moment to cut the question because
it's a whole episode. It's a can of worms.
I know. I'm ignorant on a lot of what it relates to, the societal situations. And then also just the state of the world right now is scary. And relatable to that. There's billionaires in power and
they've got more potatoes than they need.
Yes. People are in need and struggling.
Yes.
And it's just, it's dark and I don't have the answers.
The thing is, humans, we've put all these constructs into place.
Yes.
We've invented money.
Mm-hmm.
We've invented all these social norms. Well, time, I don't know.
I mean, sort of. What's an hour? What is an hour?
An hour is, I think, it's fixed.
But we've made it up.
Oh, we've chopped it up.
The only time there is a day, I guess, which is when the sun goes around.
Right.
Does the sun go around or do we go around? I know most of this can get cut, but now I am wondering.
Don't get me in on that. Please. I will show myself up.
Say that's why I was like, I can't get into that other question. Yeah. Don't want to be an idiot.
No.
Or say something
I
like,
love editing. This is not a live show, folks.
Dude, imagine though. But no. Yeah, I think that's the only time is a day because you can see it happening.
Yes.
But what happens during that day?
Well, we've all got the same time.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Everybody's got the same. It's just what you do with it. And I think it's up to people what they want to bloody do with it.
I know. Aaron said something interesting yesterday. He came home from work and he's like, today flew by. It's like, yeah, it did. I felt that it did too.
Oh,
and then he said, isn't that so weird? He said, we can have different days. We're not even together, but have the same feeling that the day went by fast.
Quickly, yes.
It's like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's like, that is curious because that happens a lot.
So you experienced, even though you're in different locations, time and space.
Yeah.
You both experienced a pretty quick day.
Yeah. And he was doing different things than I was doing, but it felt to both of us that the day went by fast.
Interesting. Do you think it's a February thing? Because there's only 28, is it 28 or 29 this year?
No,
what is it?
That happens all the time, all throughout the year. Did you feel like yesterday flew by?
Absolutely.
See, there you go.
Time flies, we have fun, right? Everybody had fun yesterday. Didn't you have fun? Well, we were working. It's always fun.
So fun. I had a great drive home.
There you go.
So that helped.
Anyway, any freaking way. So February gets gypped.
No,
Talk to me about that. Is it 28 or 29?
It's 28.
Okay, so 29's the leap.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but why did February get gypped? Is it because nothing goes on and they're like, well, no one's going to miss a couple of days in February?
To be honest, I have no idea. We also invented months, didn't we?
We did that. Human construct.
Also, daylight savings time. What's up with that?
Yeah, are they getting rid of that?
Hold on.
Is that being cancelled? Look, we know fuck all. Let's get out of the weeds of this.
One more thing. The other day, I said something like that. And Aaron's like, am I dating fucking Jerry Seinfeld? How about that airplane food? What's up with that? Like, oh my God, I just did it again. Oh, that's so funny.
Tea and Toasties is supported by Alphabet Art Photos.
Hello, Governor. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like something was missing in it? You know, that one blank wall that just screams for attention, but you have absolutely no idea how to fill it?
Oh, I know that feeling oh so well, y'all. It's like you want something unique and personal, but everything you find is just, well, generic.
Spot on, geezer. We have the perfect thing for you. Alphabet Art Photos is a small biz on Etsy that's sprucing up wall decor with their niche alphabet photography.
It's like having a piece of art that's truly yours.
Also, supporting this lot means you're supporting a vibrant small business on Etsy. You're not just buying art, you're investing in someone's proper dream. And I know they'll be chuffed to bits.
Well, I do declare, if you're chomping at the bit to turn those blank walls into a masterpiece that reflects who you are, head over to Alphabet Art Photos on Etsy. Trust us, your future self will thank you.
Yes, mate. Make your space uniquely yours and let your walls do the talking.
Use promo code TNT30 at checkout for 30% off your order of Alphabet Art Photos. That's etsy.com/shop/Alphabet Art Photos, promo code TNT30.
So let's moonwalk back a little bit. If we're we've discussed like burnout and things like that and work-life balance. And is there anything that springs to your mind what might help with being better at that? And things that you actually have tried in your life or want to try that could help you have more focus?
Okay.
Yeah.
Not necessarily more focus. I thought about the burnout side, right?
Yeah.
That's a big thing. I think because what burnout is just you've pushed yourself too much. Now you're burnt out, right? Essentially.
I'd go with that.
And I find that happens recently. It's happening a lot recently. I think it's that whole mindset, grindset bullshit of these finance bros, like, if you're not waking up at 4 a.m. and you got to show up and you got to grind and you got to go to the gym and do this. If you're not making money, this crazy.
That aggressiveness towards life.
It's like, whoa. And then people, I just find, it's back to just know yourself. You can get too in it and then exhaust yourself quickly. And then you're burnt out on it. Yeah. Or, I don't know what's serving you, what's not.
Yeah.
I was doing the sewing.
Yes.
Remember this?
Yes.
I still like it, but I haven't sewed in like a year.
Yeah. You had your little Etsy shop.
Yeah.
Sold some stuff out of that.
Shop beanie.
Yeah.
I remember when I started that, it was kind of immediately a bunch of people. Can I get this? Can I get this? Can I get this? Can you make this? Oh, you should do this. You should do that. And I loved it, but I got a bit overwhelmed. And I remember thinking and saying, I didn't start this to like make money, to grind.
Yes.
This is a hobby, and I don't want this to become something that I don't like anymore because I went too hard on it.
Yeah.
I burned it out.
Yeah.
You can never have too much of there's such thing as too much of a good thing.
Okay. So for you, the sewing was, I enjoy it. I love this. It's perhaps like a form of almost like checking out it's meditation.
Exactly.
In its own way, right?
Yeah.
Because I bet while you were sewing, that's all you thought about.
Yeah. Super in it.
The process.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a unhealthy balance when I was doing it because I would stay up all night if I could.
Yeah.
Getting it done.
Yeah.
Because I was so in it. I was like, I know if I put this down now, I'm not going to pick it up tomorrow.
Right. Was that when you were making things for other people or for yourself? Because you preferred making things for yourself, right?
Yeah. Really, I've only made stuff for myself, if you think about it. I've made some specific things for other people, but I was going off what I wanted to make. Even the things I sold on Etsy, I made them, I guess, with the idea that they would sell eventually, but I was experimenting. I was just throwing shit together for me in the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll get back to that?
I think so. I do look at it now in the corner and
it's staring at you.
It is. And I'm like, I'll get to you one day, buddy.
Yeah.
But it's about that balance, right? Because now I have the pod stuff.
Right.
And that takes up a good amount of time that I don't know where it fits in anymore.
Yeah. That's the thing. It feels like there's not enough time.
Yeah.
Once you're prioritizing the things that you are serving you right now. And then there's the other little side pots that you want to get into. You're like, oh, I'd really love to get into that.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time.
And I think you'll always come back to stuff that you want to do.
Do you meditate?
No.
Is it something you want to do?
I tried a few years ago to meditate. I liked it okay, but I don't know if it's something I need. I find the guided meditations were better for me.
Okay, what are those? What are you doing there?
Instead of just sitting like in silence.
Yeah.
Because I find I can't turn the brain off at all if I'm just in silence.
No.
Because if I'm not thinking about anything, I'm thinking about how I can't stop thinking about something.
Exactly.
Yes. It never is truly silent in there.
Exactly, and that's when you're trying to meditate, and that's why people get frustrated with it. I think.
But the guided one is like, someone saying, picture that you're in this field and then picture this. It's very specific details that you're trying to imagine.
Yeah.
You're like world building in your head. And then it's like, okay, now you're there. Now just lay there and listen to the sound of this babbling stream. And because then I do feel it's like, okay, relaxing, calming. And it's kind of shutting the brain off because you're not having thoughts. You're thinking about this fake world, but I'm not like thinking about anything else. Just
right, because you're concentrating on the world build.
Yeah.
Rather than the other bits that come in.
Rather than my actual life.
Yeah. I like that. And then what's the world you're creating? You're being guided towards creating, or you're making your own world?
Yeah, I actually had a really good one once. The best meditation I probably ever had. There was like a big field, big tree, and like the stream. I pictured myself as a tiny little like fairy person, very small. I
Nice.
was on a lily pad
Nice.
floating down the stream.
Which is quite specific.
Yeah, and all along the edges of the stream, there were like houseboats and little docks, miniature ones of other little people living their little
Yeah.
lives.
Forest
And
creatures.
I was just like, and I was just laying on this lily pad, floating down the stream, like sleeping, taking a nap.
Sweet. Were you like waving to all the
No,
little froggies?
I was just laying there.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I could hear
Oh, the water
everything.
as well?
Yeah, I could hear the water. It was weird.
Sounds good though.
Yeah.
Did it relax you?
Definitely, yeah. It was like an escape,
Yeah.
just going there. It was strange. That never happened to me before.
So now that you've built that world, that image in your mind, is that now a happy place you can tap into if you're feeling a
Interesting.
little bit, stressed, or you do want to just focus, or is that somewhere you could go?
That's a good question. I don't think I ever have, but I think I will.
Yeah, why not? If
Yeah.
you've already built it,
I know.
it's there. I've heard if you do have that imagery, that happy place that you go to, if you can connect emotion to that at the same time, like visualize it, try to connect a feeling of happiness and well-being to it.
Yeah.
And if you also give yourself some kind of physical, like almost take your nail
Yeah.
and then pinch yourself or push it into your finger.
Yeah.
So you're connecting that physical experience with an emotional experience and then visualizing your happy place.
Yeah.
You can then almost tap into it by just doing that again, like pushing your nail into your skin.
Like a trigger.
And then it triggers although that emotional feeling of happiness, and you get to visualize again your happy place. If you can, we're our own worst critics, right? I mean, all the self-talk, the negative self-talk that constantly goes through our own minds daily. I mean, geez, if I spoke to any of my friends the way I speak to myself,
I know.
no one would want to hang with me.
No.
You know what I mean?
I've thought about this too. And then I even went deeper
Mm.
and did the thing with the mirror.
Tell
Some
me
people
about that.
have like a picture of their childhood self on their mirror.
Yeah.
So that every time they're looking at themselves negatively, they look at that picture instead and they think, oh, would I say that to her?
Exactly.
But for me, it was literally just myself in the mirror.
Just looking at yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically, even like a full body mirror, get the full image
Mm.
and then put yourself outside of your body.
Whoa.
Imagine that person in the mirror is a different person.
Yeah.
Would you say that
Exactly.
to anyone?
I
I wouldn't even
know.
say it to a stranger.
No.
So humanizing yourself.
Uh-huh.
I wrote a journal entry about this once.
Right.
And I explained it like most of the time I just feel like a pair of eyeballs floating around on a brain through the world because that's how I see.
Yeah.
I forget I'm a
There's
full
other parts
person.
to you. Yeah.
So then seeing myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm a full person walking through the world. I'm not just this pair of eyes
Yeah.
and a brain that's being mean to myself.
I know. Just all that negativity.
Yeah.
And you're just highly critical of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, those really harsh, I hate these things, those 10x, 5x, 10x mirrors.
Oh,
Have you ever
that.
put yourself in front of one of
Yes.
those?
I'll do it to like tweeze my eyebrows.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you're sitting there for an hour.
I happened there was one at the Airbnb we stayed at recently, and it wasn't just 5x, it was 10x.
Stop.
And I couldn't keep
You
away.
sing
I went
into
back in there.
Into your pores.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Oh, to me, I find that the car mirror that flips down from the thing,
Mm-hmm.
I hate that mirror.
Yeah, okay,
It's
yeah.
doing something similar to that.
Is it? I don't look in those ones.
I'll get ready and I'm like, ooh, going out.
Yeah.
And I'll get to the place and like, ooh, let's just do one last check or ooh,
Sure.
re-up the lip.
Sure.
Flip that thing open and I'm like, oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm seeing things I didn't see at my mirror at my house. And then you're like about to walk in and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirrors.
Oof. Have you seen the true mirrors? Have you heard of these?
Maybe you told me a while ago, but yeah, refresh.
They're basically mirrors that are flipped. So you don't see the mirrored image. You see
Oh.
your true, how other people see. You know, when you take a selfie and you're like,
Yeah,
oh God,
yeah,
who the
yeah.
hell is that person?
Yeah.
It's flipped it. It shows you that. Because if you really think about it, outside of photos, you don't see your true self ever.
Mm.
You're only seeing the flip in the mirror.
Yeah. And is that good? The true mirror?
Yeah. A lot of people look into it and then they cry. Really
Why?
brings out some emotional reaction in them. I think because it's like the first time they're really seeing themselves. Live.
Yeah.
Not just in a photo or a video. It's like, oh, that's me. I would like one because I need a bit more genuine image of myself. Because you walk around thinking you look the way you look in the mirror, but it's flipped. Have you ever done that? Taken a picture and then flipped it?
I should do that. I do have Photoshop.
And then seen like what people actually are seeing of you.
Yeah.
It's jarring.
Yeah.
And it's not to other people. It's not, you look
That's
normal.
how they see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to you, it can be jarring. And that's why people are like, I look so bad in every photo.
Well,
like, no, you don't. You're just not used to seeing that
it.
version of you.
The mirrors, I hate looking at myself in the mirror. And,
really?
Oh, I do. I mean, not just the 10X shit where everything's just magnified and you think, wow, blackheads, get rid of those. Jesus.
Yeah, me, my mustache. Oh, God.
But when I get in the mirror, I will make the room as dark as possible.
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
No.
Yes.
Has it always been that way? Or is it an aging thing?
It's probably an aging thing. Doesn't help, right?
Mm-hmm.
But getting in front of a mirror, I will close the blinds. I will get the light on that is the least harshest.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I'll get ready, say if I'm going out or something. And then I'll have a quick look and I'm like, done.
Right. Don't look at it too long.
Done. And as long as I hang out, I'm going out and I'm in a dark
dimly lit place.
I'm like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. I want that to change for you.
Yeah. It's just that whole perception of yourself.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I would have never thought that you thought that about yourself, just the way you carry yourself, but also, I'm not thinking any of whatever you're thinking about yourself.
Isn't that weird?
About you.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
Yeah. That just what's going on in our own brains.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, you only see the worst.
Oh, yeah.
You only see, it's default, human brain. We just pick out the worst parts of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So go on.
I was going to say, do you think it's you spend the most time with yourself than anyone else?
Yeah.
You know yourself better than anyone, physically and otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
You get used to it and then you stop liking it or like you start getting nitpicky with it.
Could be.
Because I find some people get this way, in relationships and like you're with someone for a long time. Then you start, honeymoon phase is over. You start seeing those things that irk you about this person.
Right. The things that were different and unusual and exciting.
Yeah.
At first.
It's like how our brains are.
Our
as
brains do that.
Even project it onto other people.
You can. I mean, just the default brain is trying to protect ourselves. Okay, what's the worst that can go wrong? We're just in default negativity mode.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of extra work to look for the positive.
Yeah.
And to bring into focus things that are, to find the good things about yourself.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, you can hack the brain.
Oh, yeah.
You can, if you've taught yourself to always focus on the bad and to be self-critical, you can flip that and you can just daily just do some self-love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just remind yourself that, hey, I've done this, I've achieved this.
Yeah.
It took a lot of effort to do this. And just give yourself some props.
Yeah.
I think we all need to do that.
And take what other people say seriously. People are so quick to shut down compliments.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to hear it.
Why is that?
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or immediately jump to people lying or,
I don't
know.
believe you. You're just saying that. Yeah.
No, I like to, because sometimes yourself isn't enough.
Yeah.
So I'll look back and think back like, oh, but no, this person said that one thing about me that was nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
I believe that.
But I think we suffer from comparing ourselves to other people.
Do you find you do that?
I think everybody does it. I mean, I used to be guilty of it probably way more. And I don't think social media has just taken that 10x. just comparing yourself, like, ooh, I'm now this age, I should already have done this by now, or have got this and accumulated this, or you compare yourself probably to the people that you surround yourself with. But I think and especially online too, social media, but everyone presents the best selves on socials.
That's what I'm saying. I feel I do it more with people I actually know because I know them more as whole people. Social media, I think at this point I've learned, it's all just the best version of themselves.
It's a curated life.
Yeah, curated, or it's just not real at all. People are lying. There's filters, like people are getting injections and things.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't
deep fake accounts, all that.
Yeah. I've also been a big believer of, I love how different everyone is. I wish more people felt that way about themselves.
Yeah.
I didn't start wearing makeup really till middle high school. I guess that's normal, but I never did like foundation, things like that. Okay. First of all, because my mom told me not to. Thank you, Mom, for that. She said it's like a cycle you can never break. Once you start, you're never gonna want to not wear it. And I think she was saying from her own experience, like, I kind of wish I hadn't. So if I can stop you from doing that.
Thank you, Mom, right?
Thank you, Mom. So I never really did that. Women love wearing makeup, and I love that. It's a form of self-expression.
Yes.
You can do so much with it.
Yes.
And it's a skill, that I also don't have, probably because I didn't ever really start doing that. I love that you can have both, but I don't know. A fresh face, your natural face. Genuinely, I love it on everyone because it shows how different you look in your features, and they all come together to make this unique person that is you.
That is you.
Also, men don't fucking do that. Hello? And yet we still love them and think that they look great constantly. Yeah. But they're never changing their face. They're not even washing or moisturizing their face most of the time.
I know. Just the bare minimum.
And I think it does just come with age. You don't care about that stuff when you get older because you kind of are forced to when you're younger, unfortunately, just because other people can be mean. Yeah. If you're listening to this and you're in high school, middle school, even probably college, it's so true. But when you get out into the adult world, no one is being mean in that way. If they are, oh my God, forget about them. Yeah. No one's coming up to you and making fun of a pimple you have, Right. But in high school, they are. Yeah. For whatever insecure reason. Yeah. So you're kind of forced to care about those things in high school. Yeah.
And you get, as you get older, you're just like, this doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. We got deep there, buddy.
We did. There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah. So that's interesting shit, mate. So what's your takeaway from all that? I know we got a bit into it there, right?
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. Don't beat yourself up. Everyone's doing the same shit as you. Yeah. We're not that different.
No, everyone, perhaps offering everyone a little bit of grace, right? Yeah. Because we've all got so much going through our minds and our daily lives. We're all caught up in just getting through the day.
I know, yeah.
And just see the world from another perspective is the way to go because, you don't know. You have an interaction with somebody and you think, oh, they were a bit sour. But you just don't know what was going on the previous, half hour before that. Yeah,
or maybe they had 3 big social nights before.
That's it.
Yeah, you never know.
If you're beating yourself up in your own mind, imagine that person's probably doing the same thing. Yeah. They're having the same doubts.
Exactly.
And they're being so super self-critical, all that negative self-talk. So my default is to say, I think everyone's doing the best they can.
Right. Yeah.
And don't you find that, the way our brains work is that we're creating stories where we really don't know what's going on and what's happened with that person before. So we're actually creating a little drama in our own mind about, what's going on in their lives.
A little soap opera.
And we don't know anything.
Yeah. And one final takeaway that just reminded me of was there's like a quote and a thing in discussion online now of people giving grace to their parents and specifically like moms and daughters. And it's like, it's their first time living too. And that, I love that so much. That makes me want to cry. Like, you look at
What do you mean?
You get annoyed with your mom and you're like, oh my God, like, why are they doing this? Or
Yeah.
you just remind yourself like it's their first time living too.
Love that.
You look at your parents with someone who knows everything. They have all the answers. No, they're just people like you. It's their first time here as well.
Right. This is not their fourth or fifth life.
Yeah.
They know everything.
Yeah.
They're actually working it out as well as they go.
This is their first time being a parent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But it's weird how you look at your parents and you think, because they've been parenting you since, forever. And then
your life.
Yes. And you've got that dynamic.
Yeah.
And you look at them for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, is that they're also just figuring it out. Yeah. And they're maybe they're just 20 years ahead of you.
I know. It's crazy to think.
Yeah.
And they had a whole life before you.
Right.
I'm like, I think about that if I ever had a kid. I wouldn't want them to just look at my life from the day that their life started.
Right.
I had a very fulfilling, full life before you.
Beforehand, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. All right. I think it's time. Round it out with some teapot questions.
You got the pot?
It's here. It's in arm's reach.
You're going to rattle the lid.
All right.
Dip in.
I'm dipping. Here we go.
Whoa.
Everyone sit down and buckle up.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts on the idea of living forever? Would immortality be a blessing or a curse, and why?
Vampire style-y.
This is like what we were talking about. If you don't work, you need meaning there.
Purpose.
Yeah.
Wow. That does change things, right? If you're immortal.
Uh-huh.
You'll just keep going forever, or is there a possibility that you'll die in some way, like if someone chops your head off?
I know, right? That is the thing.
Because if there's a possibility that you could die, or you get into an accident or something like that, you've got a lot more to lose, because you haven't got a life expectancy of 80, 85, 90. Right. It's like you've got forever. Yeah. If you look after yourself.
I think this is like you don't die of old age or maybe like of a illness or a disease.
Right. Just some freak accident.
Yeah. But then that changes how you would act as well.
Yeah.
I might never leave the house.
Well, what's the point then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought about this before, being, Twilight girly growing up, would I want to be a vampire? But I feel maybe not. Maybe like an extra 100 years, like double. But I don't know about forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably gets to the point where like, someone please kill me.
Boring.
Right?
Yes.
Or like you've done all you can do.
Right.
Someone once said they would have a period of 100 years of like just being a total piece of shit.
Get it out of the way.
Because there's like not really any consequences, even if you have a life sentence and what's that, 100 years?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, that was a chapter. Now on to the next where I can be a different person. You can live so many different lives.
You could reinvent yourself so many times.
Mm-hmm.
But then do you think you would, like human nature, naturally progress to improvement? Or you just go, this century, I'm going to just choose to be like this? Or is it human nature to go, well, I'm going to draw on my experiences because I've got so much experience now and just improve?
I don't know. I think it would be very kind of a stagnant life. We think of it now, I would do this, because it's not an option for us.
You got to cram it in.
But it's ingrained in us as humans with a deadline that's why we live our lives the way we do.
As full as we can.
That's why there's like a order of things that we do.
Right, gotcha.
Is to have that lifespan. Yeah, and you go to school, you do the things, you get married, you have kids. If that's what you choose to do, then there's life stages.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be life stages.
That you work through. No, it wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't be doing this at this age if I knew I would live forever, right?
Yeah.
There's no point.
Yeah.
Because there's no goal. There's no fulfillment.
No. And you'd get bored if you live forever and you go, well, I'm just going to have the best time ever. I'm just going to do this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I think that would become boring too. You couldn't just keep going with that.
No. So I think for me, no, I don't want that.
You wouldn't want to live forever, but you'd want double the life.
Yeah, maybe like some extra time, but not forever.
Oh, but do we age? I'd say I don't want to.
No, I guess not. As long as my brain is aging, I'm good there.
Yeah, the brain aging. I think with vampires, don't they? Once you get turned, then you stay that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah, probably same.
You don't want to get turned while you're 85.
Mm-hmm.
Turn me when I'm 23, please.
Please. Can I go back?
Yeah.
Okay. You do one.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is a long one. If you could experience the world through someone else's eyes for the day, whose perspective would you choose and why?
Oh,
that's a good one.
I've got one, I think, immediately.
Oh, you go.
Yeah. I'm not doing a celebrity or someone in power,
Me
nothing
neither.
juicy, exciting.
Nope.
I genuinely think I would just choose my mom.
Oh.
I guess it sounds sweet. I would want so many reasons. I mean, it would give me answers that I want. I'm not a person who knows if they want kids ever. And you can talk about experience all you want, but the actual feeling of it, I would want to know. And I kind of want to see myself through her eyes because she, I think, sees the best in me. I'm about to start crying right now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You can, like we said earlier, you can beat yourself up. You can be in your own head so much.
Yes.
Like, and to look through someone's eyes who loves you
unconditionally,
in that way,
yes.
I would want to see it. Like, how do you see me?
Mm,
how do you think of me? It would just be interesting.
It would be.
And just her life. We have such different brains, so similar but different.
Huh.
Yeah, I just would want to know.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Can I choose your mum too?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
But mine, I think, it's more or less, it's not your mum, but mine's not a person like you chose, not a celebrity or anybody like that. Mine is, and I've just thought of this, I would like to, and it doesn't matter who, but I would like to see the perspective from a female point of view.
Oh.
Yes.
So interesting.
Yes.
That's good.
Just to see.
God, I want you to too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just to really find out.
Yeah.
What you guys are going through, how different it is. Mm-hmm. Obviously white, older male.
Yeah.
If I could go into and see the world and walk through it and from a female perspective and just feel all that extra fear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That extra how you're viewing the world and looking at different situations differently to how I might.
Yeah.
We talked about going running and the other episode, and you said, "Oh, that must be nice."
Yeah.
That you don't even consider that you're snatchable. Yeah. Yeah. And I can get thrown in the back of a van and stuff like that. That's what's going through your mind. So I think any female, any situation, but I'd like to be in a lot of different situations in that, like going to work, feeling those interactions and how that makes me feel, going to a bar and feeling those interactions and
socializing with your friends.
Yes, all of that.
Socializing with men.
And I think that would just open my eyes, everybody's eyes, if we could empathize, put ourselves in someone else's position.
Definitely.
That you can, I don't know, you just get understanding. You get some understanding and appreciate what someone else is going through.
It's a good one. I am surprised, not surprised, but that you said that because I find that you are one of the good ones. You're, you understand, there's plenty of other men in the world who I think would benefit more.
Okay,
from putting themselves in a woman's shoes. But
yeah, we were out with friends on Thursday night, and it actually sparked from something you'd said about being snatchable.
Yeah. This is weighing on you. From
the previous episode. And then it kind of the whole going through life as in that kind of being hypervigilant, being aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
And, I threw the idea in there that from a dude's point of view, you know, when you're speaking of someone that is perhaps like they like control, someone who likes to know what's going on, you know, you can say that it's too much control, but I think what it stems from is basically just wanting to care and wanting to make sure everything's good in not only their lives but those people around them. Yeah, that they're making sure that there is no harm coming to them personally, but also for the people they care for. And that element of control, it kind of just there's a reason, a very good reason for it.
Yeah, don't just jump to what your brain's thinking. Oh, this is annoying, or oh, this is whatever.
Yes.
It's actually it can be a good trait.
Very good trait.
And there's a reason behind it.
There's love behind it.
Yes. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. It's not, oh, you're such a control freak.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here we go again. It's not that.
No, it always comes back to Taylor Swift, doesn't it? Just her life experience is crazy.
Life comes back to Taylor.
It does. My life. She has a quote where she says, you know, women can't be bosses. They can only be bossy. Women can't react. They can only overreact. You know, she has a song called The Man where she's like, if I did everything I did in my life, but I was a man, I would be the man. Yeah. I would be like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly.
Instead, this is my life. I'm slut shamed and all these things.
Yes. I saw, who was it? I saw something on Insta. It was, a little reel about Brad Pitt, right? And he had a little bit of white scruff coming out, right? And he'd grown some, just a white goatee. And they were saying, oh, look, what do you think of Brad Pitt's new silver fox?
Silver fox.
Yeah. You know, so the dude goes all grey and he's a silver fox. Yep. You apply that to a woman, it's like, oh, what is she's so old now.
It's so insane.
You know, she wouldn't get the same comments.
No.
Yeah.
Letting herself go. And something recently just happened at the Grammys. It's relatable, but on a darker level of a Kanye West showed up with his wife and she was literally naked. He has this history of using women as like dress up dolls, basically. You know, he thinks he's like fashion icon and has a vision for what he wants you to look like, right? That kind of thing.
Whatever.
So she showed up in a fur coat and you can see the footage. He's like telling her to take it off. She takes off the fur coat and she's wearing a full mesh dress.
Right.
So you can see no underwear underneath. You can see everything. She's literally naked on the red carpet. They got like kicked out. So this is all just like a stunt for him, right? All his fans are like loving it, eating it up.
Of course, yeah.
And meanwhile, Rihanna a few years ago showed up in a basically similar outfit, more conservative, but still you could see some things. And the internet was nothing but, oh, she's trashy, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that. So it's like when a woman's doing something out of confidence
and being empowered,
and empowerment, you hate it. But when a man is forcing her to do it, you love it.
Wow.
It's very bleak.
That's very bleak.
Yeah.
Good word.
Anyway, we're supposed to round it out on a good note, but
I know.
It's just fresh on my brain, honestly.
I like to finish on a positive.
I know. That can also get cut.
Oh, no, that's good. Keep that. So what we got lined up for the rest of the day? What you into?
I got nothing.
No?
I mean, I got stuff, but I haven't thought about it.
You know what I'm looking forward to, and I did it a bit yesterday. Do you know? Blizzard time.
Oh yeah, it's been so nice. So freaking sunny, surprisingly.
I know the weather's turned a little bit here and it's definitely energized me. I was able to sit on the front porch yesterday and work all afternoon, you know.
Yep, I was there.
I got some sun on my chops and it makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, it does. That D.
The D just get some rays on the old boat race.
What? Oh God, the face.
Well done.
Quick with it this time.
You're getting there.
You can't get past me.
The boat race.
It's so insane. They're so insane.
What's the other one last week that you inferred the meaning?
Yes.
I don't know if you got it because it was a tricky one.
I forget. Oh, God. They're all crazy.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The one that I got you last week, we were talking about something and I really didn't know the answer. And And so I think I said something like, "Oh yeah, I ain't got a Scooby."
Oh, yeah.
I ain't got a Scooby.
Yeah, just you don't have a clue.
Exactly.
And it's like Scooby-Doo. Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
Those are fun. I just wish they made more sense. Because when I hear them, my initial thought is hearing the words that you're saying.
Yeah.
And then the context never usually relates to the actual word. So then I'm already lost.
Right,
I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
And then also it rhymes supposedly.
Yeah.
But like it's like 3 words or it's a phrase that rhymes instead of just one word that rhymes.
Right.
It's the whole phrase.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
It's
so weird.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, there will be an accompanying PDF with this episode, so that you can click on that
all
and
the lingo,
and see what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, what he's on about.
Yeah, what he's on about.
All right, so that's the end. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
As always, you can listen to this pod anywhere you get your pod. You can rate, you can review, you can follow, all those things. Subscribe and listen on the YouTube at Tea and Toasties. Tea and Toasties pod on Instagram. Again, we'll be posting a photo for this day's episode. So when you're listening, you can look at the BTS photos, which I think really is only the teacup this week.
Teacup.
That's all, I think. Got anything else?
I think you've covered it.
Sweet.
You're very good at the outro stuff.
Somehow.
I just don't know how you keep that straight. I wouldn't.
Anyway. All right. We'll talk at you next week.
TTFN.
TTFN.